Everybody in the club knew. It was quite a thing to be called up by England. I was proud, but then I was proud just to be a paid footballer.
1, 2, 3.
Last month in Plymouth, a blue plaque was unveiled at the former home of Jack Leslie, the first black player to be selected for England exactly 100 years ago.
His story was hidden.
You know, surely something like that would never have happened. But it did. It did.
Jack Leslie, he was born in 1901 in Canning Town, East London, to a black Jamaican man and a white English mother. He was an incredibly good footballer, but it was tough working in Beckton Gasworks with his dad while playing football in his spare time.
What then did it mean to sign for Plymouth as a professional?
Oh, it was over the moon.
He was honoured,
yeah.
wasn't
He was the only black professional footballer at that time.
By 1925, he was still a young player, 24, but he had shown what he could do.
The manager called me into his office. "I've got great news. You've been picked for England." I'm a level-headed sort of man, but this really knocked me sideways.
The town was absolutely buzzing with it.
It was like the accolade of his career.
The Football Herald in Plymouth said, "There's no doubt in his best he will give satisfaction and win future honours."
Then all of a sudden, everyone stopped talking about it. Went dead quiet. Didn't look me in the eye.
Another list was printed in the newspaper and he'd been left off it. He never had anybody tell him the reason why.
The FA simply denied that he'd been picked, although the Press Association, who were at the meeting and released the team, said he was picked.
I did hear that the FA had come to have another look at me. Not at my football, but my face. They found out I was a darkie, and I suppose that was like finding out I was foreign. My mum was English, but my daddy was black as the ace of spades. There wasn't any other reason for taking my cap away.
He must have been so disappointed. But all I can say is it never embittered him. He never allowed it to encroach on his life. I've seen that in my own family. You have to build a shell in order to deal with the racial abuse.
For the next decade, Leslie underlined the talent that earned that brief call-up, making club history, despite his country's rejection.
He was the first black captain of a professional league side.
He took Argyle to its highest league position ever, and people in the national papers were saying he should be picked.
The best inside left at present is Leslie of Plymouth.
Had he been white, he would have been a certain England international.
53 years after Leslie's selection, Viv Anderson became the first black footballer to play for England.
I'm just a fella doing a job and I've been picked on my ability, I think, so great.
Jack, nearly 80, was back in London and still in love with the game.
I wanted to work and be connected with football. West Ham gave me a Sunday job sweeping the terraces, then they gave me the boot room.
He cleaned the boots of the likes of Bobby Moore, Jeff Hurst, Martin Peters, Trevor Brookin.
West Ham pride themselves on their loyalty and continuity, and that goes even down to the boot room. And it was there today that Jack Leslie put out the West Ham boots for the last time. Jack retires today at the age of 80.
A lot of them knew he was a footballer, but they didn't know the story behind him.
Why didn't Jack tell them?
Because I think he felt nobody would believe him.
I suppose, you know, we're all very grateful, and we've enjoyed it, and it's been marvellous to have you. I'm sure the lads would echo that.
I think we'd come to the conclusion that his story would die with us.
If you'd like to go now and get our boots out, we can have a game. Right. All right? We won't mind. You've had your glory. Go and get them boots out. 1 pair for each player.
I was at a party, I met this older fan, and he said, "Oh, you've got to know about Jack Leslie." I immediately checked out the story, found it was true, told all my mates who were Argyle fans, and that led to the Jack Leslie campaign. And football fans and beyond backed it, and we raised £100,000 in 6 weeks. A statue tells the story and gives Jack the recognition that he didn't get in his lifetime.
That was just mind-blowing for us, and it's a beautiful statue. We're so proud of it.
On the day of the statue unveiling, we were able to announce that Jack was going to be awarded a posthumous honorary cap.
First posthumous cap ever been given, so it's another first.
For us, that cap is so important because it's the FA recognising at long last, after all those years, that he should have played for England to put right a historical wrong.
Thank you so much for coming to celebrate a truly inspirational person, Jack Leslie.
He should be up there with the great footballers of this country.
Isn't that what hopefully is now happening?
Yeah, definitely.
I won't lie and say it doesn't matter. It does. I'm glad that Viv Anderson got a cap because he's good enough. So he's entitled to it. But I was good enough.
He used to say, what you need in football is go, guts and goals.
Yeah, resilience, yeah. And you can make it in the end, even if it takes 100 years.